Coming to you from the 2019 SVG Summit, Brandon Costa recording for Sports Video Group. We have the pleasure now to be joined by not only the title sponsor of this year's show, but a very good friend of SVG, Mr. Dan Marshall of AWS. Dan, how you doing, sir? Always a pleasure to see you.
I'm doing great, Brandon. How are you?
Good. Thank you again for your support of the event. We appreciate you guys being here. Another huge year for AWS. A lot of them are, but this one in particular.
It's been a good year for us.
When you look back at 2019, what are some of the mile markers that really excite you, of what you guys were able to accomplish?
Well, I think primarily, again, when we take a look at the market, our market, especially the sports video market, it's really about how we're migrating workflows that have been traditionally on-premise to the cloud.
Sure.
We continue to see that migration. 2 years ago it was moving archive, which was somewhat simple. Then we moved to things like VOD, putting VOD processing in the cloud. Now we're starting to see these major workloads, OTT, full OTT media streaming move to the cloud.
Sure.
We recently did an announcement with Eurosport where they did an entire workflow in the cloud on OTT, abandoning a lot of their what they were doing on-premise, getting rid of some of that technical debt, saving a lot of money and giving them a lot of additional flexibility. So these type of things were really great, and we saw a number of them in 2019.
Yeah, that adoption of cloud was really a big one that we saw at a lot of the shows. It wasn't just something that people were talking about anymore. It was people were making commitments to it and doing things in it, which is pretty wild.
It is. I mean, and the fact is it's here, right? I mean, 4 years ago when we were acquired, it was like, this was the state we were trying to get to, right? And then 2 years ago we introduced the products on AWS console, and here we are 2 years later, and you're actually seeing wide adoption being done.
Not asking you to spoil any state secrets here, but when you look ahead to 2020, sports in particular, what about this market excites you going into the new year with so many interesting possibilities seemingly immediately within our grasp, whether it's sports betting, 5G, all this different kind of stuff. What gets you excited about this market right now?
The sports betting's a big one,
sure,
right? Because it's going to require a lot of heavy lifting from the video processing side. When you look at doing things with ultra low latency as an example, and even beyond that, what you do with the user experience and how we enhance the user experience. I think we're going to see some real interesting breakthroughs in technology that are going to do both, allow for really good gaming experience for gambling and a much better enhanced user experience. And you can see that even with some of the breakout sessions that you have here. Some great content being delivered at SVG this year.
No, Dan, we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for your support.
Thanks, Brandon.
All right, for everything else going on here at the 2019 SVG Summit, you can visit us online at sportsvideo.org.